So hello internet, what's up? Welcome to Jay's Cafe. And in the previous video, we saw how can we write the polyfill of set timeout. And in this video, we are going to write the polyfill of set interval. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Cool. So in previous video, we created the set timeout function, and this was the polyfill of it. And now we have a new file that is setInterval.js, and which is internally going to utilize the set timeout function. So what changes I have done up till now is in the index.html file, I have added a script type of module, and the source file is now setInterval.js, which we are going to fill in a moment. And in the set timeout function, we exported by default the create set timeout method, which provides us with the set timeout polyfill and the create timeout polyfill. And there was one minor correction in the previous video, which I guess is also noted in the video as well, that the initial timer ID has to be 1 this time, because whenever we do a timer ID plus plus, it sets the value of ID as 0. And if we check if ID, then it if of 0 turns out to be false, which will cause issues when we will write the code for the set interval. So there are two minor changes. One is we have exported the create set timeout method, and we have set the timer ID as 1 initially, so that when doing plus plus, we are not affected by the zeros errors. Nothing else is changed in this file, and let's begin writing the set interval polyfill. But before that, we can quickly see the set interval, I guess over here. No, not here. So we can do set interval, set interval. So set interval executes a function for repeated delays, and with a fixed time delay between each call, this method returns a new ID which uniquely identifies the interval. So nothing fancy. This is, I think, similar to what we saw for the set timeout as well. We provide a code, we provide a delay. The only difference is that the set interval function executes the callback function after a fixed amount of delay. That is the only difference which it has. So let us quickly write the interval. I guess we are now pro at writing polyfills, so it would be very easy. So firstly, I will do import create set timeout from /set timeout. So first of all, we will import it so that we can utilize it. Now I will make a function that is create interval. So we are following the same pattern as the previous video, nothing new. Okay, so that it is easy to understand. Now we have let's create a interval ID, set it to 1. Okay. And we have a var interval map. Okay, this is the map. Again, everything is similar. We have created a map so that we can know whether the interval ID was cleared or not. Okay, that is the only thing we are doing. Now we are going to do what? We are going to, I think we can cut this out from here and utilize it over here. What we are doing is we are executing create set timeout, and we are fetching the set timeout polyfill and the clear timeout polyfill from the polyfill which we created, right? This is the thing, and let us go ahead and create our polyfill. So function set interval poly. Okay, this is our polyfill function, and what we are going to do is we are going to pass the callback. We are having a delay. Params, we will take care of it in the later half of the video, but let's have the basic functionality running for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an var ID equals to interval ID plus plus. Okay, then we have got the ID. Now what we are going to do is we are going to call a function, and we are going to name it as reiterate. Reiterate. Okay, this is very similar to what we have a trigger callback. Okay, on the reiterate function, what we are doing is on the reiterate function, we will reiterate to the callback function to see, okay, if we have passed a certain amount of delay, then go ahead and execute, and then again reiterate to it, because this is a never ending cycle, right? So having it named as reiterate justifies its cause and definition. So we are going to call reiterate over here. And what else? What we are going to do is, in the interval map, what we are going to put in interval map ID, what we are going to do is we are going to store our set timeout polyfill over here, like this. Okay, and the delay would be like this, right? And we are going to do a callback. We are going to execute our callback over here like this. Okay, what we are doing is, what we know that the set timeout polyfill returns the ID. That ID we are going to store in the interval map with the key of ID, and the value is also ID. Okay, so I think there is no problem in that. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to check that if interval map, I guess it should be small v. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, now if interval map of ID, okay, if the ID is there, what we are going to do is, if the ID is there, then again, after executing this, we are again going to call reiterate. Okay, we are again going to call reiterate, and I guess what this is, so we have to move this inside the callback after executing the callback. Okay, so after executing the callback, we again, after certain amount of timeout, what we are checking that, oh, okay, I have executed a callback after certain amount of delay. Now, if ID is present, then again I would put a function in the set timeout again, and then again I will check it. Okay, so this is the tricky part. Okay, this is the trick that is required, and the rest all is very simple. So we have called reiterate, and one thing we know that this always returns the ID. So we will return the ID, and we will also return our set interval polyfill. Okay, with set interval polyfill also comes the clear interval polyfill. So we are going to write clear interval poly. Okay, this is the function that will get the ID. That would help us to remove the set interval from the interval map. So what we are going to call is, first of all, we will clear the timeout. It is very important. Or let us change, okay, this is fine. And also what we are going to do is, we are going to delete interval map ID. Okay, and also we are going to export it from here. So this is a very basic set interval polyfill, and what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do var. I'm gonna spread it out, and create interval is over here, and I'm going to call set interval polyfill, not like this function. The delay should be, I want to call it after every second, and I'm going to do a console.log. Welcome to is cafe, and let us try to see if it is working. Okay, I'm getting some 404. Let us check what the problem is. Okay, I think there is a problem. If we have .js. Yeah. So yeah, okay. So it is executing welcome to JS Cafe after each second. This is working perfectly fine with no call check size read or any errors. It is working very smooth. Okay. Now, the next thing that is pending is that we have to also take care of the params, I think, which is justified. We like use this. Okay, this was very simple. And we are going to do dot arts. Okay, this is very simple. And this is going to again work as before. Okay, we handle the arguments, and also we need to check that the clear interval polyfill is working or not. So let me create a counter. Counter is 0. Okay, and let's do counter plus. Okay, and if counter is greater than equals to 2, I mean we have to execute it only twice. Then do a clear interval poly and pass the ID. So we have not catched the ID. My ID equals to create a set interval poly, and let's pass it over here and check it. Counter is not defined. Oh, spelling mistake, sorry. 1, 2, that's it. It is not executing anymore. This is working perfectly fine. Yeah, so this was the polyfill of set interval, and we saw how it was dependent upon set interval polyfill as well. And I personally pray that none of my subscriber get this question in interviews, because this was just the basic of the polyfill. There is much more to add to this polyfill, but it would again get very complex. I don't want to complex the videos, and so that my subscribers just start running away from my videos. I just want to make it very simple, precise, and basic, so that everyone can write this particular code if it is asked their interviews. I am here to help you to crack your interviews, man. Okay, so I have to think like that. And yeah, this was the video. I hope you liked it. The like target of this video is 100 like. नहीं किया subscribe तो जाके like and subscribe करो. And yeah, see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Take care.